What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are we're gonna be going over where, when, and how to fish Senkos. Last week we went over how to rig Senkos, and this week we are going to be going over how to fish them. Okay, so we're gonna start off with where to fish them. Okay, so you're gonna want to fish them around any sort of covered docks, trees, submerged trees, underneath, like kind of like branches that are just above the water that provide shade, anywhere that a bass will kind of hang out because they love structure. So you're gonna want to fish it around there. Now it's about choosing which way you rig a Senko. So the way I like to categorize this is how heavy is the cover. If the cover is heavier, you're gonna want to go with a weightless Senko or a heavy cover rig, which I will show you. It's basically you put a bobber stop all the way down so that the Texas weight can't slide up and down the line and get curled around on branches. So for heavier cover, I would go with the weightless Senko rig. For just like around a big log, I would use a weighted Senko rig or a wacky rig, but you can fish them all around those different areas however way you want. Now it's going to be about how you fish them, and I'm going to show you that right now. Now we're going to be going over how you fish a Senko. So you're going to be kind of like jigging, using a jig. You're going to want to fish it with slight pop. So let's start off with the weighted Texas rig. You're going to want to go, I prefer like pop, pop, pause, pop, pop, pause, just the slightest rod tip movement. Just the slightest rod tip movement, and that'll give the Senko a jumping action, kind of like a jig. So that's how you fish a weighted Senko. Now I want to go over how you fish a non-weighted Senko. So the way you're gonna want to fish that is just like a jerkbait or a fluke. If you don't know how to fish that, you don't know how to fish a jerkbait or a fluke, it's just like to the side, kind of like that. Here, I'll show you real quick. And the difference about this is you're going to be wanting to go to the side, not straight up like you would a weighted Senko. That'll give it a darting action, like all the way to the side, like a finicky fish. And the way you're gonna want to do that is 2 pops, like pop, pop, about 2-second pause, pop, pop, 2-second pause, 2 to 3 seconds. That'll give any fish, like just the pause will set off and like ask for strikes. Basically, it'll draw strikes. And the way you fish a wacky rig Senko is you just throw it in and you want to let it sink all the way to the bottom, so it'll take a little while, and then you just either kind of like a weighted Senko like that, or you just bring it all the way up and then let it drop, and bring it all the way up and let it drop. And that's how you fish Senkos. It's probably one of the simplest ways you can fish a Texas, or fish any lure. It's my favorite type of lure to fish. It's so basic, so simple. It's just awesome. Next week we are going to be going over what colors to pick and how to pick them. So yeah.